Okay, I should check. I should make sure it's registering everything. Microphone. Hi, is it working? Yeah. Okay, good. Hi, everybody. Hi, viewers. Hi, players. um. Okay. And oh, would any of you mind saying something? Any players, just so I can check levels?
Something.
Okay,
Hi.
perfect.
Test 1, test 2.
I love it. Thank
Testing,
you.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent. All right. Well, viewers, so nice to see you here. We're back. Gosh, and last session, things got intense when everyone was resting at night. But then we had a very difficult, stressful battle. No, just kidding. Intense. Okay. So it was really, really rough battle. Really rough. Some people were going down. And there was one ornery spectator hanging on by a handful of HP at the end that took like two of the people out. And oh my, it was so intense. But everybody came with their A game and managed to defeat the giant skeleton as well as the two spectators. Thank goodness. So they are traveling through a cave system with a certain type of fungus that is bioluminescent, kind of guides the way, but they ended up through a series of like back and forth rolls and checks. The Tuna ended up sliding down a very difficult to spot section and end up this lower cave where this battle took place. So they're in the dark, except for the glow of these crimson red crystals that adorn the floor and some of the walls of this little enclosed cave area. I think we'll pick it right back up there and see what you'll want to do. You've defeated the giant skeleton, shattered and splintered into pieces across the ground, and the two spectators dead in bits and pieces as well. What would you all like to do?
Heal.
Third level cure wounds on myself.
Excellent.
Yes.
So sorry.
Never apologize for healing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's 21. Okay, that's
Nice.
wonderful.
Excellent. Yes. Beautiful. So
Technically, I could have done it at 4th, but not yet because we haven't long rested. It's weird.
Oh. I will also cure wounds myself at touch myself at first level.
Ladrin goes off to the corner and turns around.
Okay,
I'm
8.
healed.
That's better than nothing.
Amazing. Okay, so there's some joint healing happening. Everyone sort of shaking off the wounds and like even the slide into unconsciousness for a couple of you. Little drips from water from the cave. Air's crisp and cold down here. Anyone have anything they'd like to do, down here?
I want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to investigate the red crystals and see if they seem like they would hurt me at all. Like if it would be damaging to my long-term health to carry them around.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Theora. And while you're doing that, what did you want to do, Tuna?
I want to look at this skeleton dust, I guess.
There's
or
some bits
where it
and
came
bones.
from.
Oh, okay.
See,
An
maybe
investigation. Nice.
Yeah. I'm so good at investigation.
You can both roll with advantage because you've got time to spend. There's no rush, So go and roll with advantage. Theora, oh no.
I rolled the same thing twice, but it's okay. It's 17.
17. I mean, long-term effects, you just don't know, right? It takes a while to study that sort of thing. However, because you're not quite proficient yet, but you have some level of proficiency in alchemy, you can at least tell that these stones, man, a 17, that's pretty high.
I think so.
But I don't think it would be in your book, and I don't know if you've ever had any other reference. Wait, didn't you pick up an alchemy book somewhere? Like a alchemy 101 book or no?
I've got that little kid guide.
Okay, got it. Okay. So all you can tell, unfortunately, you just don't have any other material you've studied yet, but you can tell that this would probably be pretty useful in alchemy. There's a lot of
Awesome.
the science.
I'm gonna
I have
take
an
out.
herbalism kit, if that helps. It's different, but if it helps.
You can do an independent herbalism. Yeah, you can do an independent check later if you want. Also with advantage. DC's a little higher because it's more alchemy than herbalism, of course, with the stone. But you can do a check. If you get a 20 or higher, let me know.
I really don't think she would be checking because she
Okay.
doesn't want to touch anything else down here.
Oh no!
She's over it.
Weird.
Nice.
What?
So Figure, you're taking some, you said?
Oh yeah, I've got my pickaxe with me.
Okay. What size chunk do you want to get? You loading a big basketball size into your backpack, baseball size, or just little tiny bits into a vial?
I think several like medium-sized chunks.
Like baseball size? That's probably a bad analogy, sorry. I haven't seen a baseball in so long, I don't even know.
I mean, closer to
In elementary
baseball
school, I
than
don't play
basketball.
sports. Okay. And Tuna, what did you get on your investigation check? Well, Figure's packing
Well,
that up.
it was a 2, but then you gave me advantage, so it's a 10.
Okay. A 10. I'll say that there's two things you'd notice. One, while this skeleton was active, there was sort of a on the inside of its ribs, like rib cage area, and spine through the back of that torso area. Well, the bones were aged and gray, like yellowed and stuff on the outside. On the inside there, they had sort of a darker gray tarnish that's no longer there. The first thing. The other thing you'll notice, the skull being mostly intact, is this skeleton had fangs.
Fun. Just that's fun.
How big is this skull?
Let's see. It's probably maybe about the size of your backpack, I would say.
Okay.
You could strap it on your back or something.
Cool. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna like pick it up and turn around to the group and
Mhm.
say, should we take this with us? It has fangs.
Why are we touching things?
It has fangs and it feels important. It's weird, right? Like, I don't know what it is, but someone will know what it is. Do any of you know what it is?
Nope.
Cool.
Take it. Take it.
I mean, it'll fit in the bag of holding, right?
As long as it's not alive, I'm sure it's fine if it goes in the bag of holding.
I mean,
Right? That's the
I mean,
usual
if it suffocates in there, I think we're okay.
rule.
I would rather it suffocate if it's not already dead.
Sure. If you think it's important, then you should take
I
it with
mean,
us.
I don't necessarily think it's important, but I do think that we're going to find a vampire, and this thing looks like a giant vampire skeleton. So,
It could be interesting. I don't know how they would feel about us walking in with the
oh, yeah.
decapitated remains of another vampire.
No,
'cause
we
I
won't lead with that.
All right, that's fine.
We found it.
If she's like, if she says for us to go kill her rival that lives underground or something, and we'll be
We've
like,
already done
"What
it.
about
There you
that?"
go. Oh, there you go. Well, goodness.
Okay.
I
That's
don't know.
fine.
We can also
What
just
if
leave it
it's-
down here and just take a fang or something. I don't know.
I don't know. You said you felt that it was important.
Necessarily, it's not like a spiritual feeling. It's like this is a weird thing that we found.
Well, then I say we take. Who knows what happens if we leave it down here? Also, like, there's a lot of what ifs. So, I mean, going with what your gut instinct says, I think it hasn't gone wrong yet. So,
Put it in there. Let it suffocate.
Let's go.
You open up the bag and you get the skull just through, and it pops into the bag of holding and seal it up.
Cool. This will possibly backfire.
Just put like under the assumption that it's a vampire. Don't put like giant vampire skull in the bag of holding. Whoever's got it, just so we don't forget.
Giant
Like we'll forget.
vampire skull. Got it.
I mean, we'll probably forget. To be
I
fair.
need something from the
Look
bag of
up.
holding.
I have every single item in there category or logged, so we're good.
Nice. Okay.
Well, if everyone is done with what they want down here, I do suggest we probably go back up to the main tunnels before we take. I'm going to need to take a breather just to get myself back in order, but I don't feel comfortable doing it in the eerie red glow where giant skeletons shot my magic back at me. It was
Do
not
you need
pleasant.
healing? Are you alright?
Oh goodness, we don't. I am not all right. I will be honest, but I do think we should reserve some of our resources because we don't know how long we're going to be in this cave for. Let's
Look,
just-
I hit, and I'll do just a first level cure wounds.
Mhm.
I've still got a bit left in me, so
Mhm.
that is
Everything
sorry,
gets
I
an
forgot
all
to roll.
now between
Okay.
Tuna
I
and
know.
I'm sorry.
5.
I can't help
I've understood.
it. Tell me to stop if I get annoying.
Alrighty.
Amazing. Okay, and just to double check, Fiora, you took 3 baseball size chunks of the stone.
Sure.
Okay, just put in your inventory 3 baseball sized chunks of bloodstone.
Ooh,
So I'll know what it is later.
that's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you kind of go through the journey. Thankfully, Dia and Fiora had tied some ropes together down here, so there is an easier way to manage heading back up. I'm not going to ask for
Got a
any
broom.
checks. Yeah, and Legion's got a broom. So
Hop on.
yeah, thankfully, out of that eye's sight, broom's working just fine. Should pick it back up.
I was mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
should have said that at the end of last week. I'm sorry. I don't like leaving people worrying about their precious items. Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Thankfully, you make it back to the top. Retrieve your 2 ropes if you each want to put it back in your inventories.
Yes.
Fiora, you got a question?
No, I did just want to add that I pick up my swords before we head up and use prestidigitation to clean them off.
Right, you dropped them after stabbing Tuna in the gut with that second surprise shot that took them down, I think. Oh. Okay, thanks for reminding me about that. Okay.
You're welcome. I'm so happy.
Well, oh my goodness. You get back to the top, and there's only a few more hours in the day as far as travel. You got a few more days through the cave. I think another 4 or 5 days through the cave. You carry on. Who wants to kind of guide the party through the cave following the fungus? Anyone want to be up front, same as before?
Yeah, that was just bad luck on my part. I'll
Yeah.
take lead again unless anyone else wants to.
I will
just
get us
be-
lost.
I'll be right behind you, Tuna.
Happily
I'll
in
be
the
like-
middle again.
Listening to Later navigate, but like I've got shield up at the front.
Awesome. Tuna, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, being on heightened alert for surprise drops. Such.
That's a 23.
Oh yeah, you make good speed, good haste through the caves today, and you're ready to settle down for the night. Find a good spot, sort of little alcove off to the side that's self-contained to camp out for the night. Yeah, let me know what you want to do for camping tonight. I'm just setting up like usual.
While we're setting up, I'll say, so it's not tonight. We're fine tonight. You know the whole like wolf thing I have going on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of made a deal last month where I would be the one in control, but now this month it's the one in control, so I'm not going to be in control for the next like 4 nights. Tonight's fine, but the next 4 nights are bad.
You what?
Oh,
Yeah.
You can make
I was
deals with
hoping
your
we would
wolf.
be somewhere where we wouldn't really have to deal with it. Like I could just be like locked in a jail or something for the night, but it's not looking like that's an option. And I'm right, it is tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow
Not
night.
tonight. Okay,
Correct.
yeah.
all right. Well, I don't know how. Are we dubbing it the wolf? Your wolf?
I-
What are we? What do you feel comfortable with?
I've not really decided yet. It's
All right.
right now it's just the furry problem.
Mhm.
So
All right. Is it going to be all right in tunnels? It's not a wide range for it to skulk. Lope? What do wolves do? Do they lope? They
I
lope.
mean, we're kind of here for it to skulk
Nom, nom, nom.
around.
yeah, it does. It's a weird thing. We have like a conversation every time it happens, to see who is the one in control, and it always really likes you guys. And by that I mean it doesn't like you guys, I don't think. Basically, I need to not be anywhere near you.
Okay.
Fun.
And I
Well,
should have
what
brought
did-
this up sooner, but again, I thought I would be able to deal with it without having to really address it in this way. But
What did the researchers? I don't know.
Becca, you learned some basics, but nothing too informative. I think the only info that you have as far as like getting some more answers on this, wolfism, lycanthropy, and all is, I think that there's, gosh, I think Evelyn's trying to locate something. There's some information on it that she was trying to cure. I think that is otherwise out there for you.
so, yeah, I yeah.
But we could always try tying you up.
I hope you have really strong rope because I
See,
don't
we
know
don't-
how well
we
that's
d-
gonna work.
I have nothing on me that is going to be able to hold a werewolf.
Yeah.
I thought about putting the wolf in the bag of holding, but I don't think that
I
would
also
work
considered that, but I'd
either.
suffocate in 10 minutes, so maybe not.
You would. That would not be good.
So like I can do magic stuff beforehand, but it doesn't last long enough for it to matter. So don't know how much that helps.
What if we found? I can only fly. 1, 2, really, with me.
Wait. The thing that we put the girls and Gil in. Do you think you could put me in that?
Oh hell yeah, let's do that.
The terrarium?
Yes.
All right.
Get them out,
Yes.
put me in it for the night.
The girls will sit on it.
Exactly.
We'll take
Should we
turns.
try it with me as me first, just in case?
Sure. I don't see
I have
what.
I mean, the girls are alive every time they come out, so I'm not worried about suffocation.
Right, no, I just wonder if it's a can a person go in there or is it just beasts?
Just bees. Nope. No one way to find out.
All right.
Okay.
Can I try to get in the terrarium somehow?
Yeah, usually it's sort of like a Pokeball, right?
Right.
Activation wise, so you can have someone throw it at you if you want and see if
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. I just stand there and I'm like, all right, go.
Okay. Who wants to chuck it at Tuna?
Oh, I'm terrible at chucking.
All right, Ladrin, you got it. Yep.
This doesn't surprise me.
um, yes, you throw it at Tuna, and it think it makes that Pokeball sound as it kind of cracks open, and then just falls open on the ground. Ding, 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 ding. Doesn't seem to scoop Tuna up.
Ah,
It's quite possible that it was keyed to them when it was crafted.
Got you. That makes more sense.
Boo.
Look, it was a really good idea.
I
just
love the
wanna
idea.
say.
I read through some notes in the back. I'm like, can I? No.
can this happen?
You're just determined for me to kill my friends. It's
I don't
fine.
want to.
It's fine.
Well, it seems as though that we'll have to, the circumstances of which we find ourselves in, we go as far as we can, perhaps not push ourselves to try and just make our way through the caves as much as we can. And then when you transform, if your wolf decides to fuck around and find out, we'll deal with it as it may. We won't, not with, not fatally, but, it's a predator. If you were Ladrin was explaining to before when we were teaching me how to cook that predators don't want to fight to the death. So, fight proving too difficult, it'll run away.
Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah, I just want to put that out there just in case. I didn't want to spring it on you tomorrow night, so I sprung it on you tonight instead. So
Growth.
truly.
Wow. Yeah, I can only think of if we can find a spot between now and tomorrow in this cave system or out wherever. Well, no, because it climbs. Can it climb? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go like full like all fours, if I'm gonna go like half and half. I don't really. I'm not all. I'm. It's not even not always. I'm not conscious when it happens. Yeah, it's great. I love waking up in the middle of the woods. It's great.
Okay. Stupid idea. But if we find a spot tomorrow morning, afternoon, we separate. I will somehow make us smell like dirt or a tree, and maybe it won't know that we're dinner. I don't know. That's all I got.
I'll see if there's anything magic-y that I can do just in case. But I'm feeling a bit more powerful. There might be a possibility that I can shape some stone and kind of block myself into a cave somewhere.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I will. We're sleeping. I can prepare stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Why?
thinking.
Jesus Christ. It would help if I can think. Okay.
I was thinking Autoluke's this is out of character. I have Autoluke's resilient sphere, but it only lasts for a minute and it's concentration. But stone shape, I can just like find a hole, crawl in it, and then just wall myself in because it has to be no more than stone object of medium size or larger, a section of stone no more than 5 feet in diameter in any dimension. So like if I can find a cave that has like a low ceiling, I can basically just wall it off.
I got stone shape That may help.
Yeah, that's what mine is. So
It's the same
between the
thing?
two of
You
us, yeah,
can
it's the same
cast
thing.
it a couple times, and yeah.
So one of the spells can put me in, the other one can get me out. Because I only
Mine
have
doesn't.
one fourth level spell slot.
Mine doesn't.
I'll let you all head to bed for the
Yeah,
night while you
sorry.
consider that later. No, that's okay.
I'll prepare.
Yeah, so consider what you want to prepare in the morning. Otherwise, everyone sets up camp in this little sectioned off dead end here. So you have, just in case there's anything else down here, one entry point, one exit. You keep an eye on that. Anyone taking watches tonight, or is everyone just looking to crash and get going?
Watching.
Okay. I'll do the regular watches then. I think it's what? I forget now. Ladron first, right? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me if you would, Ladron. You watch over everyone snoozing in the camp. What'd
Okay.
you
Okay.
get?
Dirty 20.
Nice, nice. Keep a
Not
careful
better.
eye out. Yeah, pretty easy to see. There's still while the fungus doesn't come in here. It's a very shallow area, so plenty of the light from that just outside shines in. Keep a careful eye. Nothing in sight. No sounds of critters, creatures, or anything else. Thankfully. And I'll let you go ahead and wake up, Bayura.
I'm gonna have Gregory wake her up
Oh,
and
okay.
like this really cute, like it's kind of like walking over, a little shimmy in the back,
Hmm.
and just like a bloop on the chest, and just like doing a little shimmy, just like to lay down and just boop the nose.
Ooh. And she'll pat his head. Hi, Gregory. Okay, I'm up. I'm up, and kind of like lift him up and carry out until Adrian.
Nice. All right. Have a little chortle and continue on. Go ahead and make a perception check, Feyre, if you would.
24.
Nice. Okay, same thing. Eagle eyes. His skin, his caves. Any green lights? Any giant skeletons? Nothing. Thank goodness. Um, yeah, and your shift passes. Tuna, you're jostled awake as Fiora comes in to get you. She comes up and jostles an arm, and first thing you see is her face. Um, you look down, she has her blade in her stomach. You feel that searing, terrible pain again, and it burns and throbs, and then you wake up. Fiora, go ahead and wake Tuna up if you would.
No, I don't want to. um, I think she'll just poke her head through the tent. Tuna?
Luna kind of jolts awake for the first time in a while. Yeah, I'm up. There's just sweat pouring off of them. Yeah, I'm up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just nervous about everything.
All right.
Okay. So you head on out, Tuna, to keep an eye. Go and make a perception check.
As a 25.
Nice. Same thing. You keep a very careful eye on everything around the cave, and there's some insects and other things like that, but nothing, alarming. As yeah, the everyone begins to wake up as the end of your shift finishes, and you've got another day of travel ahead of you. You're able to make some breakfast. I imagine Dia's, jumping in and doing her.
Immediately.
Nice, nice.
It's my only use right now.
It's beautiful. Yeah, another delicious breakfast. You're able to carry on your way for the day. Tuna, if you don't mind making me perception check with advantage as you kind of just navigate the caves for the day.
Right, well, I could roll again. It's an 18 either way.
An 18. Nice, beautiful. Yeah, clear walking today. No signs of trouble. You might camp just a little bit early, as I imagine you're looking for a cave setup, something that has a narrow opening, but that opens up with a little room to like
Right.
exist. And you find one just maybe half an hour before you normally set up camp. So I'll let me know rather what you want to do. You've set up camp here, and how do you proceed to?
I'll help everyone else set up camp. And then when we're like getting dinner or whatever, I'll just kind of grab a plate or whatever it would be and just be like, well, see you guys in the morning. Hopefully. Hopefully not before then, I mean.
Be careful, darling.
Just yeah. Um, and I'm gonna like I have like my vestments on and I'll just like leave my armor
Okay.
and my shield with everyone. Um,
Okay. Take
so
care. Be safe. I'll see you in the morning. Abby
yeah,
says.
of course. You'll get to hang out with everyone else tonight. It'll be exciting.
I'll watch over them.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or say with Tuna before they pack up? No? Okay. Favor, did you have something this evening? I thought it looked a little early.
Um, is Tuna still wearing their gauntlets?
Uh, no, I would have taken my gauntlets off too,
Okay. Then no.
just so I'm not as strong, just in case.
Mm.
Like.
Here's some really sleepy tea. So potent that it should be illegal.
Thank you.
Hopefully that helps.
Thank you. So yeah, I'll go in my little hovel and cast a light cantrip
Mm-hmm.
and like on a little pebble or something, and then I will try to stone shape and close the opening.
Okay. You're able to. You keep a little, like, little air hole and such, but nothing that you can get into or dig at. Yeah, but there's just the one way in and out. It's enough room for you to kind of fit without feeling too cramped. Because like based on how you shift, you get kind of even larger, in frame than you already are, since you're already pretty tall. So there's enough room here to accommodate for that without much other room. And I imagine you don't particularly care for the if the wolf is comfortable or
Yeah,
not.
no,
So.
I'm not gonna be aware of what's happening anyway, so
Okay. The wall goes up. Figure Legion, Dia, you watch the wall just stone slides into place up from the bottom of the cave, leaving the three of you in the campsite. You three, we just want to pack it up and head to bed, or have a moment with that?
I should probably take first watch, given that I cannot see in the dark, nor am I. It's probably just best that in the middle of the night I'm not watching. I might honestly fall asleep. I'm gonna recognize that about myself.
You always just take a double shift, Dia.
Are you sure? Will you
I
be able
only
to?
need the 4 hours.
Really?
Same.
Both of you? Wow. All right.
Right?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between Ladrin and I, we'll take care of it.
All right.
Are you doing like Ladrin, Fedora, and then like Ladrin, Fedora, like a 4 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour split? How do you want to
I
do
think
that?
it's just do the 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. With this,
I'll rest while Ladrin does theirs.
well, with the stone sealed up, and the decision made, Ladrin, you can take first watch then, it sounds like. Go ahead and make a perception check if you would.
22.
Oh, nice. Thank goodness, again, the coast is clear. Even during the walk today, there's really no signs of anything too dangerous within the light of the fungus here. Um, so your 4 hours goes by without any trouble, and you head off to trance. Over that same 4 hours, Tuna, you're probably, I imagine, let me know what you think. Probably having a little trouble falling asleep in the stone hole.
I think Tuna's trying their best to not sleep. I know I'll take a point of exhaustion, but
Hey.
trying to not sleep anyways. I don't know how it's gonna work with the whole werewolf thing,
Right,
but
because they would get. Let's make that a contest, yeah, because they're gonna want out. I'll probably just say wisdom saving throw. First
Okay.
night, we'll just make it a 13.
it's a 16.
No, you do feel that pull to sleep, and at first it's just your normal body trying to go to sleep, but you're pushing through. Then you feel like an aggressive pull to sleep, and you know it's the beasts angry. You're able to push through. Fiora, go ahead and do perception check if you don't mind.
So 2, please. 15.
Beautiful. Same thing. Coast is clear. 8 hours goes by, and Ladrin wakes up. Dia wakes up, and what do y'all want to do? This wall's still sealed for now. This Ladrin will be
Uh,
awakened.
okay, because we have no way to open that until
Well,
someone else uses stone shape, right?
yeah, Ladrin and Tuna were talking about having it.
Okay. Well,
Yes, I'm
then
working on preparing that now.
no problem.
I don't get the benefits of a long rest, so I don't
Yeah,
get my spell slot back.
I'll make sure I'll make sure Tuna's things are nice and arranged. I'll like clean Poppy, asked how they were doing. I don't know if she can talk back to me.
Nice.
I haven't checked in on that actually.
Mm.
Or if we all just like are nodding when Tuna says that, like my
Pretty much
shield can talk.
nodding when Tuna says it, but you can get a sense of,
Understood.
Well,
yay, I got
yeah,
cleaned.
but yeah.
Ladrin, what do you want to do when you wake up?
I am going through my spell list and preparing stone shape for the first time. It's gonna be great.
Nice. Are you gonna list the stone right when you get up, or do you have anything you want to do first?
Oh, we can. I forgot that we can all chat. Can I?
Mm. Oh, yeah.
I'll reach out telepathically with the bonds, not with my feet thing.
Mhm.
Checking on Tuna. I mean, like, hey, respond to this message if we're
Yeah.
okay.
I'm fine. I didn't turn last night, so I'm fine.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm later and just heads to the stone area and casts stone shape. And here we go. You're free.
Nice.
Thank you.
You shift the stone out. Yeah. Oh, tons of fresh cave air comes in. You're able to step out, Tuna, if you wish.
Yep, I do. I've
How did it go?
realized the flaw in our plan as well.
What's up?
Oh,
I don't have stone shape for tonight. I didn't rest.
Didn't rest?
does it only come out at night or
I
does
don't
it?
know. I didn't think that sleeping affected it, but I didn't sleep and it didn't come out. So maybe sleeping is part of it?
But won't that eventually just, I mean, whenever you're negotiating with a hostile party,
Right.
going back on your end of the bargain usually equals heightened hostilities.
Oh yeah,
And
no, I'm
and I isn't eventually you're going to be too tired to be able to not fall asleep. I mean, we've experienced that when we were traversing through. Oh God, is it multiple mountains now? Ugh.
yeah, okay, so in my defense, I didn't think that staying awake would stop it. I just
Yes,
didn't really want to sleep.
right. Being uncomfortable in a hole, I understand.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
So, well, now I know that might stop it. Might
Mhm.
make it worse if I do fall asleep. Um, However, I did have another idea. I can still locate objects. So what I can do is just wander into the tunnels, get a little bit lost, and then just find you the next morning, hopefully as myself, not as the wolf.
What
How
if the wolf sends you to another place in the cave and you come across what we did?
isn't there isn't there a range of how far locate object can go? Who knows how far the
Um,
wolf will take you?
1,000 feet, but don't smile at this. Don't grin. It's fine. We'll figure something out. And I'm starting to put my armor back on.
Do that strength come back. The gauntlet back on. Right.
Oh, and I will take a short rest, quote unquote, while they're doing breakfast and waking up just to attune back to my gauntlets.
Okay. You get a little bit like a few winks, you kind of doze a time or two, but you get,
Right.
you get the. But just to add too, it's while you push through to not fall asleep, and I'm so sorry if I read this wrong. We can just kind of put it off as me reading it wrong, but resilience towards like letting this thing,
Got you.
have its way sort of maybe subconsciously or whatever. So please don't feel like you have to maintain that either. It's less
Okay.
about sleep, more about like
Spite, yeah.
yeah.
Look,
So.
Tuna is a stubborn bitch. So
Nice. You can have tonight if you can get out. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. Another delightful breakfast. Thanks to Dia. Patron, if patron's sanity, sometimes patron. Another day is ahead. Go ahead and make a perception check, Tuna, to keep an eye on things.
and this will just be straight because I won't have advantage
Oh, right. Ability check.
because I'm at disadvantage. So that's a 10 the one time I roll poorly.
No.
But my passive is a 17 if that helps.
It does help, actually. I make a difference. Yeah. You almost flip as a section of rock kind of crumbles out into an empty, like, recess below. It's only like 25 feet deep, but it would have hurt to fall down there. Ooh-ha, and you kind of get your balance over on some stone. And everybody, let's walk around, guide everyone around carefully. Otherwise, make it through safely today. I think we have 4 more nights here now. What would you like to look for this evening as you're getting settled in for camp, navigating these caves?
This time I want to find one that I could squeeze through, but maybe someone bigger couldn't.
Okay.
Like, to use a crude term, because I don't know another word, it's like at Rock City how they have the fat man squeeze, which is a terrible thing to call it, but I don't know the other term.
Gotcha. Hmm. Okay, I gotcha. So you want to be able to get through in your current form, but if you change, struggle to get through.
Yes. At least give everyone time to prepare before I can get
Mm,
through, if
okay.
nothing else.
There's plenty of spaces like that down here. So you absolutely find when it opens up into a cave that does not have the bioluminescent fungi growing through it. So you go crawl through and it's kind of dark on the other side. Some of the lights coming in through the wall where all this hangs and traverses the ceilings, hangs down the walls, but it's just kind of shining into the darkness. It's you can just sense the openness of the cave continuing on darkness.
Okay.
So you kind of like, that's just you kind of taking a peek through for now. Um, and everyone, you decide to set up camp here. What do y'all want to do as you set up camp?
I would also like to take a rope and tie it to myself, just like my wrist or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do, hopefully it'll like I know it won't stop the wolf if it decides to break out, but like I will know if I'm like far away kind of thing, and they will know if I have gone somewhere else kind of thing. Basically, a way to hopefully keep me nearby
Mm-hmm.
so I don't get lost, but I don't think it's going to work super well. It's just,
So tethering yourself to a rope, like by wrist or whatever, and then tether
yeah,
that to stone in that dark cave.
yeah, just
Okay.
so I hopefully won't go too far. Maybe that'll at least make it hesitate if I do turn and run away.
Nice. Okay. Do y'all have anything you want to say as Tuna, gets ready to squeeze through this hole in their keeping
Fun.
form?
We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning.
Do you want more tea?
I would love more tea. I'm gonna try to sleep tonight. So
I love how I said it was so potent, it was gonna knock you out, and then it didn't
and then I
work.
absolutely did not. Again, Tuna's a
Too
stubborn bitch.
A lot of willpower.
damn, I've got to adjust my recipe here.
No, I don't think it's you, to be fair. I think I'm just really, really stubborn.
Here, Dia, try this really potent sleepy tea and see if
Ooh, sounds
it
great.
knocks you out. Okay, great. It's not Tuna then. I'll give you a nice winding down chamomile tea.
Yes.
Also, this is stupid.
Mhm.
It might scare me off, if you need it, and I'm going to hand Ladrin my party book.
Oh.
That when you open it, it makes really loud party noises and fireworks and stuff like that.
Laser lights.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it might scare me off. I don't know.
Okay. Instead of putting it in the bag, I'll just hold it.
Yeah. I feel like you're the one who would be probably get the closest, so
Oh, great.
not in a mean way, but like you do the animal stuff. I don't know.
I do. I really love wolves. I just don't know if I like your
Yeah, no, I don't really like
wolf.
it either. All right.
Does Tuna also once again take off gauntlets and shield and
Yes.
weapon? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you place all that. Also, just to kind of navigate through this little opening. And you manage to squeeze through. I'm not gonna have you do a check, but it's difficult. But that's the idea. You get through. Someone will have to pass you the rope after. You tie yourself off. How far in do you want to walk? The rope is 60 feet. Do you want to walk in like 60 feet? Some stones, pretty much anywhere through here you can tie off that.
Yeah, I'll go in a decent amount where I'm not gonna be like on the other side of the wall transforming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll do like maybe 100 feet in and
Okay.
like tie off somewhere near that.
it seems to thankfully be well, uneven terrain, no dips, drops, holes, or anything like that. So you're able to go good. You kind of test in the opposite. You go 100 feet and you go 60 further just to check. Also seems okay there. Um, elevation seems to rise towards the other end here, but yeah, tie yourself off for the night and settle in. Are we doing just Ladrin check and then Fiora? Okay. Okay, then, if everyone's ready, everyone will settle in for the night. Ladrin, go ahead and give me a perception check if you would.
19?
That's great. Again, for as long as you've been staying within the globe, as long as you haven't heard anything all day, and again here in your 4 hours, nice and peaceful. So I'll let you go ahead and wait for get Fiora.
Um, I'm gonna stay where I'm at just as a caution and send Gregory to boop her on the nose again, but this time with his paw. Like a boop boop boop.
Sarah wakes up, gives him a couple more taps before walking out.
Right, the two of you trade off Ladrin, you get some rest. Fiora, you begin your shift. Fiora, go ahead and do a perception check if you would, please.
17.
Yeah, coast is clear as far as for right now as you're keeping an eye on things. During your shift, Tuna, you've managed to. And I'm going to shift our point of view to this forest. All the sights and sounds and smells of the forest are present. Bark of the trees, the foliage, the wind rustling through it. Walking down this path between, roughly hewn path between the dense trees of. You step into this clearing and sit down. And this wolf on the other side. Oh, hey, Cameron, thank you for the raid. Yay! From the other side of the clearing, a wolf steps out. Obsidian black fur. And approaches and sits down across from you, Adrian. For this is your favorite. Well, at last. Oh, you look like you're scrappy. What's your name?
Only friends know my name. We can just leave it at that.
Let's. Sniffs the air. Sideways at you. Then. I'm not one for talking either. It leaps. Go ahead and make. It's going to go right into a grapple. So go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Acrobatics. That's a 20. Dirty.
Okay.
Dirty, dirty.
They rolled a 19 and they have a decent modifier. You are like you're feeling strong in this moment, and you're trying to grapple and pull them over behind you. But I mean, how frequently have you grappled with wolves, right? I mean, you've engaged in fought wolves, right? But this is different. You try to lift them over, and they don't. They get their paws down and lock their knees down on yours, and going for like a big bite across your neck. Fiora, everything has been incredibly so far. until you hear what sounds like a almost a bark from Ladrin's tent. You hear a quick snarl, and then it's quiet. Now you're, you know, 35, 40 feet away. You've been patrolling. I'm just sending you something, Ladrin, so you know what you're working with. What do you want to do, Fiora?
Um, I think I'm gonna wake up Dia.
You're gonna head over to Dia's. I imagine you probably don't have tents here. You all sleeping like in your little tents in here, or in just your bedrolls?
If our tents can fit, definitely sleeping in a tent. But if they can't, yeah, bedroll.
Same.
Okay, pencil.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna show you. This is Tuna. Tuna's sort of off the map, right? They're safe right now. As far as Tuna knows, Tuna's asleep. There, you're coming back. This is about how close these two are, Dia and Ladrin.
Ooh.
I'm gonna focus on that. Now, let me also switch to battle. Here. So you're gonna begin walking over this way. You keeping an eye on Ladrin's tent?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sneaking. I mean, my feet don't make any sound, but
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going carefully.
I'm actually going to ask the three of you to roll initiative so I can see kind of where everyone is.
Okay. Is there? Oh wait, I'm asleep, so not me.
You can roll it too, just so when you
Okay.
come out, I'll know where to put you.
Understood.
And Ladrin, you'll be rolling yours with the stats that I sent you.
Ooh, new stats. What?
New stats, who dis?
Oh shit! Wrong time to roll a natural 20.
Amazing. Before I ask the you know
Yeah.
what, let me get this first, just so I don't mess it up the order here. Sure. Dia, what was your that was it? Was it a natural 20 or
Hold on, let me check with my initiative. It's +2, so it's 22. But
nice. All right. Fiora, what's your initiative roll?
23.
Clutch. Okay. Um that is excellent. And Adrian, what was yours?
I go by Dex, right?
Yes, just add your
For
dex to your
initiative?
roll.
Okay, so I rolled mine initially, which was a 13, but I think that would be a
Just a one.
yeah. Trying to do math in my head. Would it just be easier if I just rolled a d20 and add the Dex?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Let's just try this again.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Dia, I'm just gonna ask you to make a perception check at disadvantage, just to see
of
if you get
course.
jostled away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Oh snap! It's a double digit, so it's in total with a -1. It's 14. So nice.
Okay. Let me roll for that sound. Okay. You are startled awake by this sound, and then you wake up. You know you heard it, but now it's silent.
Okay.
It's silent.
Oh god.
All right. I'm gonna let you start then, Feora. You're here, you've got your movement. What would you like to do? Consider this an official battle turn.
I guess I want to try and meet up with Dia. I don't think I would know that she's awake yet.
Okay. 15, 20. 25 feet to get to Dia's tent and peek in, and you see Dia setting up. Dia Figure pokes her head in.
Yeah. I don't say anything because I definitely heard something, but then it went quiet. So I'll go in the dragon bond.
Mhm.
I heard something. I don't know what's going on. Where's Ladrin?
Dan, would I be able to guess that that is coming from her tent? Like,
Yeah, with your perception roll, you know it came from them, but I have to quickly ask, Dia, are you messaging Feora and Latrin and Tuna? Like, are you getting everybody on this, or are you just like
Oh
directly
God.
doing Feora?
I think I think I am directly doing Feora because she is in my line of sight.
Okay,
I think I don't know what's going on. So
perfect. Okay,
that works.
all right, so that was direct to you, Feora.
then directly to Dia. I'm worried that was Ladrin.
Does she shapeshift in her sleep? Is that no? Is that a bad cough? Or is this serious? Like,
I don't I don't think Tuna was the only one bit.
fuck.
I'm gonna pause because it's a conversation and kind of goes on for the 6 seconds of the turn,
Mm-hmm.
and say, Ladrin, this, I guess I'll give you the option, Tasha. So I like the idea that you're playing the wolf here and attacking if you feel up to that. If not, and you're like, okay, good. So you have been sniffing, right?
Mhm.
You know that there's two people nearby. You know that you made that sound too, but you've been quiet and they're just right outside, not paying attention. Easily, you could tackle Feora or attack. And it'll bump to your turn.
Wait, attack them?
Mm-hmm. Food. Right. 100%. So if you don't feel up for this, let me know, and I'll run. I don't want to put you in that position if you don't do that.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Okay, I had to write too.
Well, I don't think she would realize what's going on.
You
Because
were like not even here. Ladrin's consciousness nowhere. This is only the
okay,
werewolf.
that's what I thought. Okay,
Mhm, if that helps.
okay. Well, then I have. Oh God, it would have to be like a wolf, I think, but I don't want to.
Mm. Your prey's right outside, not paying attention to you. Time to leap. But I will ask you what you want to do because we'll have to.
Um,
Mhm.
and if I choose no,
If you don't want to run it, I can run it. That's no problem. And there'll be probably other opportunities.
yeah, that's what I. Yeah. Um, because of the nature, I, I, it would probably happen.
Mhm.
I hate saying that, but yeah, yeah. If she doesn't have control over it, doesn't know what's happening, it would
Mm.
probably do what a predator would do.
Mm. Absolutely. So what I'll ask you to do is play the werewolf in full on attack mode because that's where its mind is. But if you're like, I don't want to do that, that's not fun, then I can do that part.
No, I'll do it.
Okay, neat. All right, what do you do first as you leap out of the tent? Feyor's 5 feet away.
Oh my God. Okay.
You are in your hybrid form right now.
Okay. Hybrid form, hybrid. I would probably do just a claw attack because that's within 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. You'll have a bite and a claw attack. That's multi. So you start
What
with
is a
the.
multi?
Mhm.
Okay.
So you're starting with the claw.
Yes.
All right, go and roll an attack. Just roll d20, add +4 to see if it hits. Oh my god.
19.
That hit Feora? Okay, go ahead and roll the damage here. It's that 2d4 + 2.
Seven.
Okay, 7 points of slashing damage then to you, Feora. As you and Dia have kind of taken the time between the turns, like trying to discuss and figure things out, and while you were suddenly in your side, you're slashed. You turn and you see this towering 8.5-foot onyx black werewolf hybrid form standing over you, eyes glowing and glinting. It's going to make its second attack, which would be a bite, Ladrin,
Okay.
which is again just a d20 + 4.
Oh. 12.
Good. How do you want to dodge that, Feora?
I think she would reel back from the pain of the slashing really quick, hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then as they go in for the bite, just drop low to the ground so that it misses.
I'm gonna. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Putting some quick the battle music in to Zoom for our players. Gonna up those stakes of suspense. Okay. So werewolf, Ladrin, that's it. That's it for your turn. It brings us up to Feora. It's just it's standing on its, in hybrid form, looming above you about a couple feet. What do you do?
God. I think have her go into the mind link directly to Ladrin. And Ladrin, if you are in there at all, you need to snap out of this because I cannot fight you like this, please.
Okay. So you're saying that to Ladrin. Were you doing any attacks or anything? Or are you just trying to plead right now?
I think I'll just try to put some distance between us and plead for right now.
Okay. How far do you want to go?
Only like 5 or 10 feet. I don't. Obviously, they can just catch up, so I don't think it's.
If you move out of their range, they get an attack of opportunity on you.
Not out of range, but just kind of
Away from Dia, but in range of Ladrin?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Tuna, I'm sending you a message too. Okay. Alright, and that's it. Pleading, let me think. Gosh, there really wasn't any discussion in the clearing, so I think that'll set the DC a bit high. Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage, Feora. And Ladrin, make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. There's no good terms. Thank you very much, Tuna. Feora, what'd you get?
13.
13. Okay. And Ladrin, what'd you get?
What was the
It's a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. So 8.
Okay. It doesn't seem to connect. Doesn't seem to go through the initial try. I'm going to quickly, because this would have happened just before Feora took her turn. Tuna, you were asleep, but you also found yourself in a clearing, and with your wolf, and you had a little conversation right about the night prior. But you sense something a little different in your wolf, where thus far it's been incredibly primal. There's a little more to reason with, it seems, tonight. We're not sure if it has something to do with making a deal and you know, the wolf not having any time at all last month, or just a willingness to make a deal. Your wolf speaks to you about its drive to hunt. Some of it still feels like it's an irrational drive, you know, not quite at that primal level. But as the two of you are talking, the wolf, there's another wolf. You travel with another?
Would I? Yeah, Tuna. Yeah, yes. Yes. I didn't know she was a wolf yet. Yes.
See it go into this contemplation. We need to see what's going on. And the two of you simultaneously get up from the clearing, and for the first time, you are conscious in your hybrid form. You feel yourself sharing it with the wolf. And the smells, this hypersensitivity to smells hit your nose. The cave, the boss, all the bad here, all the sour smells of the cave, but a scent of another wolf. And you race over towards that little hole, but 40 feet shy. The rope tied around your wrists binds you, not letting you get closer. What do you want to do?
I want to take my claws and just slash the rope.
It just shreds. You got really sharp
Yeah,
claws.
I figured.
And you race over on all fours to that hole and scrunch your face to try and look through. And you, just as you witness Feora getting ripped along the torso from this onyx black werewolf coming out of Ladrin's tent, and Ladrin and Feora pleading, "Ladrin, please." And that's sort of your turn, but I'll let you kind of sit with that and come back around on this round. Feora, I'm gonna just check back with you. So that pleading is sort of like, I mean, that's a free action, right? You're talking to Ladrin. So I'm gonna give you opportunity to do the rest of your turn if you want, right? Because you plead and you don't really see any reaction. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn? Not seeing, you just see the primal wolf and the face of this werewolf. If it hadn't come out of Ladrin's tent, you would never suspect this is Ladrin.
No. I don't want to do anything else with my turn. She's really reluctant to attack.
Okay. Right. You just kind of stumble back a couple steps, like bleeding but not wanting to attack and not sure what to do. Dia, you're up. You pop your head down. What do you want to do?
Okay. Ooh, difficult. Okay. I am Oh gosh, I had so much time and it just kind of like sparked all out of my brain. I think, oof, balls to the wall. I'm not going to uh cast any magic yet, but seeing as the pleading didn't necessarily work,
Mhm.
at least not very obviously, um I'm just going to just summon electricity up my arms. And I'm going to try to just intimidate this werewolf to back the fuck up.
Okay.
And I will just like look it dead in the eyes, not being afraid to say, "We are not prey."
Nice. All right, go make an intimidation check.
Alrighty.
Um,
Any chance Ladrin is secretly a dragon also?
nice. Lay and Ladrin, go ahead and using the roll of stats, make a I guess a wisdom saving throw against the intimidation.
+7 for intimidation.
Just to preface ahead of time, intimidation factors usually kind of stack as things go on. I don't usually have, something huge happen unless there's a huge disparity in numbers, in rolls, but they do always have some effect.
Okay.
All right, Gia, what'd you get?
I got a 26 total.
Nice. Okay, and Ladrin?
13.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. So I'll say that, given the primal nature of the werewolf, they don't seem to be backing off or anything. However,
Okay.
they will not, Ladrin, you will not have a reaction until the end of your next turn. You're kind of, scared. You're scared to react and try and lash out. So, till the end of your next turn, you won't have that. And that will also factor into a DC. I don't want to say, go try and make please, because I don't want everyone to get torn to shreds either. But if anyone throws any out on the side, the intimidation will also affect the DC on those checks. So.
Sick.
Okay, anything else for you then, Dia, in this moment?
Okay, so is that intimidation check was my action? Or
Yes. Yep.
okay, then maybe I'll take a couple. Nope, because I just did it. I just said we're not prey. I'm not gonna do a prey response. So I will stand my ground, and that'll be my turn.
You're not right. That's awesome. Sweet. Okay, that's the all right. Ladrin. Oh well, Ladrin, you're up. So you're gonna do your it's gonna be multi-attack. So choose your target,
Okay.
which one you want to attack. That's up to you. You can roll for it. You can choose personally. They're both close. Actually, you were within 5 feet of Fiora, but well, did you step out of your tent? I should ask, because in your tent.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yeah, fully. I don't really have the careful spell meta magic, so
Nice.
let's not burn my stuff to the ground.
Awesome. Yeah, so they're both within 5 feet, Ladrin. So you can choose or you can roll.
Can I do one attack
On each? Yeah.
each? Yeah. 'Cause I feel bad.
All right, who are you gonna do your claw attack on?
Okay, Feora.
All right, D20 plus 4.
Okay. $23.
Oh yeah, that sure does hit.
Another
Big
claw.
baby.
A 2d4 plus 2. Slashing, Ladrin.
6 points of slashing.
Yeah, Fiora, again, you're sort of like hoping your plea would do something, but Werewolf looks over, and just slashes right into your gut, sort of like right from under the navel up. And gets a terrible claw attack in there. Before whipping over to Dia and trying to bite her. That's also just a d20 plus 4, later.
Oh, thank God, 8.
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, some
Dia,
of these are rolling low.
good. Dia, how do you want to handle this?
Yeah, I think of just continuing through, since my armor is like technically it's my skin. Just the bite connects, but it just doesn't break through, as it clamps down on my arm, and it's just solid gold in the way of it, and not skin.
Amazing. Okay. That is it for the werewolf. Tuna. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You and the werewolf are chatting in your head as this is going on too.
I'm going to just be like mentally yelling at my wolf.
Mm.
Stop her. Do something. Break us through this. Stop her.
This is your pack. Kind of thinking of your friends out there. The wolf is asking, like,
Yes, this is my pack. This is why I didn't let you take over, because I don't want to hurt them. I didn't want this to happen.
and we dig. And the two of you decide, you start climbing. It's like 3 feet of stone, but the strength that you have in this form, like you're already strong in your other form, but your strength is upwards of, I'll say that I should also say, you can see with the attacks a small bit of relief for you, for they are not as strong as you know your attacks to be currently.
Right.
Having been in this arrangement longer, you're stronger. And this being Legion's first time, as you know, the rolls are really low. The damage, the attacks, everything's pretty low. Next moon, you know, it'll be better or higher or worse, depending how you look at it. You feel, you know, instead of your strength of 19, you feel maybe like it's 22 or so right now in your
Okay.
hybrid form. You know.
Good to know.
So go ahead and make an athletics check, and I'm going to be deducting this from the HP of the stone here.
Okay. What do I need to add? My normal athletics, or?
Let's see, athletics comes off of strength, and a 22 is a plus 6.
Okay,
So proficiency
plus 9.
plus 6. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cocked. It was between a 6 and an 18. I hate when D&D Beyond does that, but it's still a 17.
Okay. Okay. Good. You're clawing. You're almost halfway through, you know, edging this out enough to be able to fit through it. Okay.
And I want to also mentally say to my friends, if I can, don't panic. I'm in control. I'm coming to help.
The two of you hear this in this intensely fearsome Tuna/wolf voice. It's like gnarling and growling at the same time as Tuna is speaking. But it seems like it has its of one mind.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't panic.
The scariest thing to hear. I'm coming.
And Figure and you kind of like look around. You're not sure what the source is, but you know where Tuna was, and
Yeah.
you see Tuna's like head in this hybrid form peeking through, and then like vicious claws raking the stone in that little hole that Tuna went through earlier. Okay, that brings us up to Feora.
Feeling kind of defeated with the persuasion and the intimidation tactics. She's gonna draw her daggers, but not her normal swords.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and attack, but not with like the intent to kill. Like obviously I'm not gonna take her down with daggers, but
Non-lethal force, so you're like hilt and stuff to knock out. Yeah, go for it.
cool. Am I able to readjust it all so that I'm flanking?
Unfortunately, that has it. They're basically just in front of the tent, so there's like the tent and the cave, so you can't really. Yeah, the cave walls kind of. You can go like here, so that the next time like if Dia moves, he can flank. Can't flank in this place. You do still get sneak attack if you hit because Dia's within 5 feet of ally. 5 feet.
Okay. Okay, well,
You want to move?
no, I'll stay there for now. Sneak attack's what I'm really going for anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, that was shitty. I take it a 10 doesn't hit? Alright. But 2 weapon fighting though, so I can...
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, 22 to hit.
I'll keep track of the HP. Gosh, just don't worry about that.
Alright. Well, that's just 1. The sneak attack damage just for the first hit?
No, it's just for 1 hit on your turn, so you can apply it to this. That's fine. So you have 1 point of damage for the actual attack.
Let me re-roll it, actually, with my feet.
Okay, yeah.
It can't get any worse.
Yeah.
And it's a 1 again. Cool.
Wild.
Alright.
Okay.
Let me roll the sneak attack.
Yep.
Alright, that's 10.
Okay, you have your. If you wanted, you have Wolves from the Grave.
That's with a different target, though. You can't target
Oh,
that
you
level.
can't. Oh no. All right.
It's like someone within 30 feet.
Gotcha.
Separate from your target.
All right. So that's it for your turn. Then, are you any movement, or are you done?
I'm done. I won't move.
Okay, Dia, you witness Feyor, like, you see her take out the blades and flip them over to, like, kind of, attack with the blunt ends and get at least one good shot at what do you want to do?
This is so difficult because nothing I do is non-lethal. Okay. Oh, goodness.
I'll say I do allow you to, should you ever want to,
Yeah.
attempt a non-lethal magic spell. The more you do that, the more proficiency you get in it until you're able to do it every time.
Understood.
Of course, if you want, whether or not you want Ladrin to be the first target, who knows. But you can also stabilize people if they fall unconscious and things like that without
Okay.
resuscitating. Just to put it out there.
Understood. I'm very... Okay, because my first plan was to maybe try to get over to where Tuna is and maybe try to help get them out. But that would leave Feora by themselves without one of their biggest damage dealers.
Tuna's
Yeah,
about
okay,
80 feet away, too, just...
Yeah. That is the thing, isn't it? Okay. I think I am... Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm checking action economy as well.
You're fine.
I should have been doing this on my not my turn. Double tacking sorcery points. Okay. Yeah, I think because I have no way of knowing how long it's going to take Wolf Tuna to be able to dig out of the rock, do I?
You can make a quick perception check. It'd be pretty high DC at a glance, but it's possible.
Yeah, I'll attempt because that might help my help just make my decision. Okay, that is going to be a 15 total.
It looks like maybe in the next 6 or 12 seconds, Tuna will probably get
6
through.
or 12 seconds. Okay.
Mhm.
Then I am going to. Yeah. So, yeah, it's the only thing I can think I can do. I am going to cast Mind Sliver on Wolf Ladrin.
Okay.
It is
Um,
a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, use the werewolf's intelligence if you would. Ladrin. Just a d20 plus modifier.
9.
Okay. So you're
Nine,
gonna
nine.
take 5 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Nice. Okay. Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah,
Woo.
and that's what I got because sorcerers don't get bonus actions.
Oh no. Okay. In that case, werewolf's turn is up. Are you splitting your attack again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep with the claw, then the bite. But since Dia most recently hit, then I'll do the claws for Dia.
Roll a straight d20 for me first, Latranus. You've been awake in your form for a little bit here, and you're straight in your primal nature.
11.
Oh, I'm just gonna say 11 or 20 is a positive. One or two is negative. Okay, so that's a positive. You are coming into you've just there was zero like real convo or anything, any discourse with the werewolf, and it won the challenge, so it just dove in, and because it's giving in, it's rapidly growing into its werewolf form. So you'll need to start your plus to hit instead of 4 is going to be 6, and you'll need to add 1 damage die to what you're doing.
Okay.
So for the claw attack, is that what? And you're getting Dia because Dia got you. So claws, you have d20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, 17.
Shield.
Nice. You go get this vicious claw, and you rake it across. It just glides across this previously invisible barrier of golden magic that shines as it fades out of existence again. Beautiful. Do you use your other attack for Feora, or do you continue with Dia? Your choice entirely. Or you can roll.
Oh my god, I feel so bad.
If you want to pass off at any point too, let me know.
Yeah, I know. I think. Yeah, she'll bite Feora.
Okay. So the bite is again d20 plus 6.
14.
No.
Nice. Okay. What do you want to do to
Yay.
block or dodge that, Feora?
I think she'll hold her dagger up to block it.
Hey, nice. Nice. It chomps down. One teeth glide along the blade of the dagger. Cast it off. All right, that brings us to Tuna. Tuna, can you make one more athletics check? If you get lower than before, you keep the same one you had last time. If you get higher, though, you'll get like the extra.
That is a +9. It's a 19.
19. Okay. That gets you far enough through where the wolf says, we can squeeze. And the two of you kind of decide together, and you manage to squeeze through the opening here. Let's see, you're in your hybrid form. You have 50 feet of movement, your normal thing. You want me to advance you 50 and see where you are?
Yes, please.
22, 45, 50. You're in the room here with them. Oh, nice.
I'm going to just kind of run up and just stop there and just like snarl / growl.
Oh.
Oh. Basically, I want to get Ladrin's attention.
Okay, all right. You do the snarl and growl, and I think that it's safe to say you'll get Ladrin's attention.
Okay.
Werewolf looks over. Ladrin, what do you do in reaction? Like, you don't have like a full thing, but like, as a free action, how do you respond? This other werewolf.
Oh God.
As a werewolf.
New competition. Either coming to take me out to get my prey, or something along those lines. So I would say their attention is now mainly on Tuna's wolf.
Okay, all right. Well, that
They
brings
feel
us nice, snarling at it, and that brings us to Feora. But I don't have a clever quip, but it's a little bit after bio break time. I think it might be important to knock that out, so no one's swimming. All right. So for anyone that doesn't know, sorry, Carly, I'm gonna quickly send you. This is the rough thing, but I'm also going to send you how it's altered for you right now. I'm going to build one out for everyone that has to deal with a werewolf, but... yeah, so anyway, we'll catch you all in about 10 minutes. Look forward to it. Yay! I'm so sorry, Zen. Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone get out and do their thing so we can get back to the juicy bits. Okay. Okie dokie. Not too stressed. Yeah, there's lots of. I was expecting more running around, so I made like this elaborate cave system. That's why everyone's in the back corner. They were camping there. But that'll teach me. That'll teach me. Yeah, pretty intense stuff. if I just rotate this, can we just get it better shot for everybody here? Maybe just put it here for right now. There we go. It's a little bit better. That should let everybody on direct that light. Okay, I'm gonna do my bio business. And then be back. Yeah. Water fountain too. What? Ba, 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 ba. Was it you, Will, with the image from last week? That's your background? That's really neat. Okay. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Battle music, yeah. If you're...
Tuna's wolf formed,
Huh.
apparently.
Oh,
Oh, yes! I love that so much.
He
Amazing.
decided that it is not, in fact, bedtime. It is sit in my lap time.
I see.
And lick my elbow time because he's just going to town.
It's delicious.
So weird.
Okay. Ow.
This is wild. If Feora ends up having a werewolf, I guess I'm just gonna be sitting up in a tree.
I mean, I think
Next
I've
month.
kind of conquered mine at least. So, like, we're getting there.
Definitely a milestone for yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh my god.
roles that I do for the wolf behind the scenes each
Ooh.
month. Yeah. And to hit some stuff with the communication, which you're probably seeing is kind of a factor in it too. And like with the okay, hey, all right. Listen, let's trade off. This is important. That communication help.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I was so excited to like I'm just gonna play it like it's Tuna's dream, and not specifically not mention any names. I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
use.
Fucking swifted on us.
That broke me. I was like, ah!
I'll never trust again.
Never
Really.
trust again.
Nice. Awesome.
Sorry, we're on episode what number and we're still trusting Dan?
Yeah. That's 24 if we're keeping
Yes.
track.
Amazing. All right. So I know that Tasha isn't quite back yet, but I'm gonna jump us back in because there's so much ahead. And I want to rush this, but we've got a few turns before it comes to Tasha sitting, and I can do the werewolf if need be. So Feora, you're feeling the. Let me know what you want to do.
I think seeing Tuna in this hybrid form is gonna like freak her out a little bit. But also they were talking to us through the mind link. And although it was a little difficult to tell through the growls, they said not to panic. So for now they're just going Bear's just gonna try and trust that this isn't going to become a 2-on-2 fight.
If it helps, I know it's not my turn, but Tuna's very much not paying attention to either of y'all, if that helps.
Yay.
Well, now my feelings are just hurt. I think I'll just have her try to attack Ladrin again. Sorry, Ladrin.
What? No. Sorry. What? Okay. So I have to throw this in really quick. A, I'm sleep deprived. So B, this explains a lot. So I thought Tuna's wolf went inside of a dream to Ladrin, and that threw me off because I was like, I'm not about to give her like Ladrin's name to Tuna's wolf. So like, what? And then you sent me stuff. I was like, wait, what? And then like, it took me way too long to put 2 and 2 together. So
But you're here.
also,
that's
I
good.
apologize.
You're fine. You're
apologize.
fine, Dasha. Always. Don't worry about it. Awesome. So, Feora, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna attack
Okay.
Ladrin again. Non-lethal.
Yep.
Can't stress that enough.
Understood.
Oh boy, does a 27 hit?
Yep.
Alright, that's 7.
Nice. Damage. Sneak attack.
18.
18 points of damage?
Yes.
Jeez, sneak attack's vicious. Wow. Okay. Oops. Well, I'll say that Radiant's werewolf form is looking fairly ragged. Definitely taking some bludgeoning damage from these non-lethal hits. Anything else for Faere? You gonna use your second attack, your offhand?
I guess so. 16?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a 4.
Okay. This distraction from Tuna's werewolf form barreling out and growling in Ladrin's wolf definitely gave you some openings to get a number of saucy shots in, which moves us over to Dia.
Oh boy. Okay. So red bottom is still later.
I'm so sorry.
Correct?
Yes, Ladrin's right here.
Okay.
This is you, Faere,
All right.
and this is Tuna.
Okay.
It's actually a full moon. There you go. Never mind, not focus for y'all.
Okay. Okay. Wolf Ladron, I am so sorry. I would like to move one square, like toward the wall. Yeah. I'm gonna cast lightning. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Okay. Is that a save for them?
It is. So they will have a D4 subtracted from it.
Yep.
I am going to attempt to hold back so that it doesn't fry them
Nice.
immediately, but I do want them to just consider that this is not a fight they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I'll say, so usually to make it non-lethal, I just have an Arcana check.
Okay.
If you can make it 11 or higher, it's a success
Okay.
on non-lethal. 1 through 10 just means it goes through as normal.
Okay.
If in case you could do it before or after, either way.
Well, I rolled it before.
Mhm.
Okay. You said it had to be 11 or higher?
11 or higher.
What's the DM inspiration dice right now?
It's a I think it's a D8 right now. Yeah, it's a D8.
Okay. I have to roll an 8. So I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna spin it to try and
Okay.
bring it up.
You never know.
Okay. It is not an 8, so this is at full power.
Okay. What kind of
Um,
save is it?
It's a deck save at
Okay.
15.
All right, Ladrin, that's just a D20 plus 1.
Okay, so it's a 14 minus 2, so 12.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, right. You had to roll a D4 to nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay, that's a failure. Go ahead and roll that beautiful
Okay.
damage, DM.
All right, it's 86. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. 20. Oh wait, is that right? Oh god. I'm so sad. What have I done? 10, 20.
That's fine. I think it's fine.
It's 32. 6. That's 37 points of lightning damage.
That absolutely fries and frazzles Ladrin. It's just Ladrin in this werewolf form. It's not you, right? It's his werewolf form that's taking snarling, and his electricity, this 5-foot wide beam. Go ahead and describe if you want, how you want that beam to look as you fire it out. Like, how do you go about that?
Yeah. I think before it is the conductive energy of my magic has been me manipulating it through my hands, but I think just in this high tension situation, it's still coming forth from my hands, but I think now, especially with my heritage being revealed, there's now starting to be sparks of lightning coming through like the corners of my mouth as I'm like exhaling, trying to breathe. Ugh.
Amazing. Yeah, Fair, you're close enough, you'll see that even like it's this dazzling display of electricity arcing across Dia, and you swear for a second that you watch her, that you can see it dancing in reflection of her eyes, and you swear you see the pupils change from a circle almost up to that dragonly oval for a second as the energy courses through. Um, the werewolf is sort of standing and leaning into this lightning attack at first, with bits of fur flying and singeing. The smell of burnt fur starts filling the space, but it quickly loses ground against this 100-foot long, 5-foot wide lightning bolt as the powers this thing up and just gets kind of tossed along the ground, tumbles back, unconscious, back next to Tuna, at Tuna's feet.
Oh.
So, Ladrin, you're now just, as far as Ladrin's concerned, you've been sort of unconscious this whole time. Still so. Ladrin, you actually find yourself thrown and tumbling into that clearing along with the wolf. It was a fine hunt. It looks wounded, its legs are kind of wobbling. Next time. And everything kind of cuts out black for you, Ladrin, as you completely fall unconscious. What do y'all want to do? You're out of combat. What do you want to do?
Can I still cast spells as a wolf?
Let's see about the humanoid, the hybrid form. I'm gonna say not yet because it's still a little bit early through your transition, but it is a possibility.
Okay.
And I will look into that.
Cool. I was just gonna see if I could spare the dying, but in that case, can I just? I don't really have anything, but can I kind of try to stabilize?
Yeah, make a medicine check if you want.
Is she okay? This may be metagamey. Is she just knocked unconscious or is she dying?
Oh, she's dying.
Okay, cool. I will definitely try to stabilize then.
And the wounds are grievous enough where this is not,
Yeah,
this
that's a
is
7.
7? Okay, yeah, no, you're not really sure what to do. Like, there's a lot going on here. There's burns, there's scars and open tissue. It looks like maybe she's not breathing. Heart doesn't seem to be beating. I'll check with Fayward. Oh, good.
Oh, I was just waiting if we're still in turn order.
No, go right ahead.
Attempt to. I don't have another healing potion. Also, I don't know if that just makes them conscious back to being a wolf. So I'll attempt to stabilize as well.
Okay, you race over and begin to do a medicine check for that.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 15. Even with my minus 1.
Okay. Let me ask, as you begin stabilizing Dia with a 15, I feel you're also running over with a healing potion, possibly.
Yeah, I'll run over and I'll hold it over to Dia because it looks like they're doing something and I don't want to just fuck up their plans.
Okay. Alright, Dia, you begin stabilizing. You know what wounds to cover. You use a little of your electricity to kind of restart that. Realize, clear, get some shots in there. And as you're doing so, the form is getting smaller and smaller. And the clumps of hair and even the burn flesh are falling off, revealing Ladrin with some of these grievous wounds. Ladrin is shifted back into her human form, or humanoid form. Green elf, there it is. I finally got there. It was a long trip. For green elf in form. In case that changes anything for anyone.
Okay.
But has resumed breathing. Is 1 hit point, but is unconscious.
I'll just kind of scoop her up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say in my like deep wolfy voice, she needs rest. I'll kind of take her back over to her tent and try to kind of fit in and like lay her back in her bedroll as best I can.
Okay. Get out of the tent. It wants to come with you. Yep, Ledrin, comfortable, stabilized, and rested now. First Tuna, you come out of the tent to Fiora and Dia. Of course, it's still a shock, probably, for Fiora and Dia to see Tuna in this form and speaking, with this werewolf growl.
So I take it this is a new development?
It realized you're my pack, so we have to protect my pack.
Well, whatever fucking terminology it takes for it to finally be on board.
Right.
Yeah, for now, anyways.
It kind of speaks back in your mind, Tuna, to that. I am becoming aware. I'm not always in control of faculty. There was clarity. I hope to see. Cannot promise it. Continue working.
Right. I can't. I kind of look down at my like wolf paws and like I can't heal or anything right now. I'm sorry.
Why?
Don't.
I can't really. I'm kind of useless.
I don't think being a large bipedal wolf creature makes you useless. You just have a different set of skills.
You're also not actively attacking us right now, and I'll consider that pretty damn useful.
Yeah. I'll stay around. I'm going back to sleep, but I'll stay around later. And I think we should be all right. But I'll kind of like settle down like outside of her tent and kind of prop myself up somehow and be like, I've got this.
Well, I can stay up too. I've already gotten my sleep.
I just like grab my bedroll out of my tent and just like use it as like a pillow outside of Ladrin's tent.
Nice. You're probably a good. I mean, you're about 8.5 feet tall in this form.
Yeah.
That's
gigantic.
Awesome. Okay, right. So everyone's getting some rest, finishing up their sleep for the night.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mark yourselves all as getting a long rest, as everyone's successfully able to do so. Later, when you wake up, you've got hangover. You don't really get those, but it is like a banging headache. Sounds are loud. It's just like a brutal hangover. Like these just getting a couple like a pot and pan over here, just very quietly, but it sounds like
She's going to crawl because she hasn't felt like this in a really long time as far as like hangovers are concerned. She's just gonna like crawl a little bit, just slowly, and just like peek out of the tent.
It's just Tuna's butt.
Oh, good morning.
Oh,
It's amazing.
what?
It's just like a hot pink tail. Just
She, oh, I can't like poke to get your attention. She's just gonna be like, what are you
Theora would
doing?
probably notice she's hanging around.
Hmm.
So she'll offer a hand and getting Ladrin to stand up over Tuna.
Tuna's like wakes up at this point, is just like slowly trying to get out of the way without like making anyone fall. Like, sorry.
Sorry. Tuna's back to Tuna.
Yeah. Right?
Okay.
Am
Yeah,
I
oh,
back
yeah.
to Tuna?
Mhm.
Okay. Just want to double check.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wolf Tuna also has a hot pink tail.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ladrin, you remember the dream about the wolf in the clear. I mean, Tuna talks shared, I think. So, you know, you had. Actually, I don't know if you have Tuna. I don't want to say that if you haven't. But
I think I talked about it a little bit recently too. I
Right?
think Tuna's
Yeah.
definitely been like, yeah, this is what happens kind of thing,
okay.
but definitely went into detail like, yeah, we had a full conversation.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so like maybe that just seeped into your dream. Take it as however you want, of course. But you remember the dream of the clearing, but nothing else.
Okay. She'll just kind of like rub her temples. Just kind of do like one of these, like barely opening her eyes. Did we party? I don't think
Sure, if
that's
you want
right.
to call it that.
It's so loud. Okay, why do I feel like shit?
I don't know. Maybe turning into a werewolf had something to do with it.
Um, she just looks at Feora, processing, looks at Tuna, looks at Dia. What? No.
Oh.
No. No, no, no.
It definitely happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I got these fresh new scars on my stomach now to prove it.
You breakfast?
Oh god. She's gonna a bunch of just like no, especially with the scars on the stomach, like comment that's gonna oh my god, she's gonna be so heartbroken too. She's gonna just start slowly saying just like no, no, and just like crawling back in her tent and making herself as small as possible and going over trying to remember stuff.
I'll give her a few minutes. And then I'll just kind of like crouch outside the tent and go, do you want to talk about it?
I don't remember anything except it was a lovely like dream that I remember of like this beautiful field like clearing thing.
And then your wolf came in, you talked, or you wrestled and it won.
Cool. Cool. I feel like shit. Cool. I'm I'm gonna call it a ball now. She's gonna turn her back to you and just like fetal position.
Oh yeah, I'm still like outside the tent. Like I didn't like want to
Oh, no.
intrude.
You could totally intrude. It's fine.
I have like my like peeking in a little bit.
She's gonna summon Gregory
Mhm.
because he hasn't been out. She's noticed.
Mhm.
And just like kind of like a dog, you just kind of like wrap him and like bring him close and see if they'll cuddle with you type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you
And
settles up.
you know, and she'll just process and feel like shit.
Mm.
I'll do as I leave like a little mending cantrip on the tent. I'm assuming it got kind of splashed when she was coming out. I just don't say anything. I just kind of put my hand there and you just see Tuna just kind of working for about a minute. And then the like slashes just kind of disappear. And then I go back to everyone else.
Is she all right?
I mean, no. I don't know Ladrin as well as you do, but she's shutting down. I'm assuming that's how she kind of processes things. But I think she will be all right. She's just. It's scary. It's really scary. So. It's gonna take a few nights for her to be able to handle it. The fact that it's happening, not the wolf itself, but.
Are we going to keep moving? Or are we gonna stay here and let her process?
I don't know what would help her the most. So. Honestly, it might be good to take her mind off of it if we can. But.
Feor's gonna break off and also go outside the tent. Ladrin?
She doesn't really respond, except it sounds like she's sucking in snot. Disgusting.
Ladrin, can I come in? If you don't answer, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Sure.
And she's gonna walk herself in and plop down next to her.
Mm.
How's it going, bud?
Gregory gives, I just feel like Gregory's just gonna channel like the sass that she can't give right now. Like, you fucking real. What I felt like is happening. I am not okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of a hard thing to be okay with. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Tuna was awake for their transformation, so at least there's hope for this to not be forever. And you know, we're here. And we'll keep figuring it out. And take care of each other.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem right now is that y'all are all still here. Did I tell you why I was at Oberman's mill? How I got there?
No. I think that's part of why the friendship worked, is that neither of us were into prying.
Well, I'm not going to go into the whole thing because no, but I hurt a lot of people. I'm pretty sure I killed a lot of people. One in particular that I really cared about. And I promised myself that I wasn't going to do that again. And then it happened again. And I don't like not being in control of things. I like this is not okay. And how do I know that y'all are going to be safe the next time?
I
I'm
mean,
I'm already broken enough as it is. Yeah.
I can't promise you we're always going to be safe. I mean, just the other day, I fucking stabbed Tuna. I'm sorry for what happened. I am. And I get that this situation isn't going to make you feel any better about yourself or the past, but I think we're all here together for the long run. We're strong, resilient, way too stubborn to die. And we'll keep figuring it out. It's what we do. We'll throw you into a stone wall and keep knocking you out or whatever needs to happen. But no one died this time. We're all still
This
standing.
this time.
Well, yeah, and I'm not gonna stand here and pretend like this isn't a possibility, but that's a risk we're all willing to take. I'm not gonna let you go through it alone again. For better or for worse, you're stuck with us. So
This is why I didn't want to get close to people again. And you showed up and I was like, it'll be fine. This is great. We'll just drink a lot. And then here we are with two other people.
I mean, are you trying to tell me it's not worth it?
Didn't say that.
We can still drink a lot. That might help.
I mean, maybe. Maybe. But I really feel like I have it like the ultimate mother of hangovers right now.
Seriously, that's what it feels like. I didn't even think you knew what hangovers felt like.
I mean, maybe when I was like little.
Well,
12, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like when I was 12, because elves don't give a shit. They'll drink whenever they want to.
Oh, God. You and I had very different 12-year-old experiences.
Let's see. I was gonna throw into never mind. Yeah. I, mm, I'm gonna nope, the headache hurts too much. I'm gonna try to remedy this, but I'm not okay. And that's really difficult for me to admit, but I'm admitting it to you because we've known each other the longest, and everyone's just making growth, and that's just it. That's my growth is I'm that's it. Okay, make my tea.
Well, I'll leave you in here to recuperate and be not okay. Um,
I'm sorry I hurt you.
I am entirely fine. I love scars, so you might have actually been doing me a favor.
That's not helping.
Sorry.
But she'll like giggle just a little bit,
Right.
and then yeah, go back to curling up in a ball instead of actually making the tea.
A little more time goes by. Ladrin needs some time. I imagine at some point you come out and make some sort of remedy, which will work pretty well. You're pretty good with that sort of thing. Are you all traveling for the day? Once assuming anyway that Ladrin at one point feels kind of ready. Okay. So I'll skip, forego rolls, but you get through the travel for the day pretty well. I think you have two more full moon nights, right? I think is where we're at. It's the second. You have a plan? Are you putting like packing the two wolves together to monitor each other or to fight it out? What would you like to do for this next night?
I mean, I'd like to stick with Ladrin, I think,
Mhm,
if that's cool with her. Um, I think we'll go a little bit away,
mhm.
maybe like in like an offshoot cave, but I don't want to like seal us in because
Okay.
that went poorly last time. So Tuna's
Mhm.
like, that's probably a bad idea again.
Good.
Just in case I need to get out now that I'm
Okay, so I will I'll ask for as everyone packs up camp and you get that set up. And I have Tuna make a wisdom saving throw with advantage. And Ladrin make a wisdom saving throw, please. Ladrin, we'll go with you first with the expression there. What'd you get?
Natural one
Oh
Oh
my
no.
goodness. Okay,
for an
and
8.
all right. And Tuna?
Oh,
26.
Nice, nice.
I rolled a
Well,
19.
beautiful. I'm gonna say things balance out a little bit. Tuna, you're currently in your current state a much stronger werewolf. Although there was something about Ladron's giving, going directly in that primal rage that advanced her strength a little faster than yours had. You're still months and months ahead. So you, Tuna, are able to shift into the unified mind with your werewolf, um, or decide not to change at all tonight if you want. However, you'll definitely notice Ladron shifting.
Yeah, I will change just so I can better kind of contain her if I need to.
Yeah, with the differences in strength currently, I won't have to battle it out or anything. You get Ladron gets some licks in, but all in all, you're able to sort of subdue Ladron down into unconscious if you have to, but down into low enough health where the other one seems to heal for the time being, for the night.
I also want to say real quick, we don't have to like RP it out, but like before we both shift, Tuna is sitting there with Ladron and explaining, like, okay, now this is what you're gonna see. This is, or at least this is what I see. This is what happens. Just kind of trying to talk her through it, keep her a little bit more calm.
Okay. In that case,
Not necessarily to keep the wolf calm, but to keep
Mhm.
Ladron from feeling as guilty the next day.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Oh. All right.
No.
Yeah,
Precious.
let's sleep. In that case, Ladron, you get a bit of a clear picture. You're hearing like what Tuna has gone through, what to expect. I mean, you run through some similarities. Like Tuna's been through just this, and worried about waking up and ravaging people, and but instead getting animals and other things, and is also able to share like that over time. That initially the wolf, their wolf, was very primal as well, but over time, the more communication that took place, even though neither party was really quite understanding the other, there was communication that seemed to help in the development. Just to give you an insight, because students had the experience. So communication with the wolf
Cool.
seems to help. It might not always be friendly. It might not always end well, but it's there. Um, so we'll just go ahead and advance to the last moon night, if that's okay with everyone. The caves are pretty clear. Your walk's gonna be fine. So just one more quick Tuna wisdom save with advantage this month, and Ladrin a wisdom save. Tuna, what you get?
Natural 20
Oh, okay,
for a
nice.
27.
These two nights, last night and this one, especially tonight, you've really, I mean, you've almost, dare I say, started to hit it off with the wolf, like in a nice, like maybe they're an alright entity, some common ground. Um, yeah, all right, amazing. Ladrin, what'd you get?
14.
14. Let's see, this is the fourth night. And yeah, no, that's not. So you shift, but again, Tuna's there. Um, yeah, your wolf comes, and your wolf is not really prepared for conversation. It's more the same thing with the 14. There
Okay.
you don't. It's chasing you through the woods versus having that, you know, time to talk in the clearing. So you shift, but
Could
again, Tuna's
could
there.
I
Mhm,
like not to change that that's not going to change the outcome,
mhm.
but she wants to just scream before it takes over. Um she's going to yell submit,
Mm,
heal,
mm.
stop.
Nice. Okay.
That's it.
Beautiful. Right? Yeah, you yell those things and you feel it's weird, right? Because it's the wolf, but it's also you, and you feel that stubbornness. Like you don't tell me to do that. It's
Huh?
very familiar. That kind of kicks in
Oh,
on the
God.
wolf side. Yeah, it's an interesting,
Oh.
balance here. But Tuna's there again. There's a bit of a fight, but you know, Tuna comes out with you calm down, and it, it take it however you want. If you feel it wouldn't help, that's fine. But I'll say that as far as like mechanics and everything else with Tuna taking the time to explain, it might take the edge off, like some guilt, some of the like understanding what to expect, and that there's hope might help. But that's in your court, of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that would probably definitely not take away so much the guilt. Just now she has a better idea of what to expect and hopefully control it because that's what she's needing is control. So
Okay,
yeah.
nice. Okay. There's one more night here. Everything goes smoothly. The last day in the caves. There's a ton of different a lot of the caves are sort of reconvening now that they come out near this forest. So there's a bunch of light from the fungus, huge groupings of it along the ceiling and walls, and they make this little octopus shaped sort of chandeliers of jelly light. Um,
Mhm.
and you're spending your last night here. Please make sure everyone's got their full rest in. As morning comes around, delicious breakfast setup, extra delicious this morning from Dia, and you pack up. It's only a few hours before you are smelling fresh mountain air and stepping out of the caves on the western edge of Terror Spine Ridge into the forest at the base of the mountain. You've come out pretty much at the base of the mountain here, right into the forest. Not much further, maybe another 5 or 6 hours, is the main road that will travel north to Moonfall, only a few days. Um, Gosh, the fresh air here is magnificent. Is there anything you want to do now that you're out of the caves and on your way through the forest, the road? Just get up and
Ladrin will
about.
hop on her broom
Mhm,
and just fly up like 20 feet up or
mhm.
so and just like hover and follow like the rest of the group as she beats the air.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's still a little bit dark. The sun's gonna be coming up soon. You get that wonderful. Well, you got an early start today. Wonderful fresh air. The rest of you are continuing on. About an hour in, the sun is just coming up. There's mountains on that you just came from, and you're headed through forest. You can almost maybe smell that some ocean air in the distance, like it's little bits here and there. Might be nearby. And oh, it's gorgeous with the sunrise. And man, the sun. A week without it just really makes you appreciate a beautiful sunrise. Um, can I have everyone make a perception check as you're sort of examining the forest and all that surrounding and the sunrise? Tuna, what'd you get?
It's a 9.
Okay.
My
uh,
luck is
oh
gone.
no. Feora?
So and
Oh, nice. Ladrin?
24.
Oh, damn. Nice. And Dia.
A 3.
Oh no. Okay. Um, Ladrin, there is a beautiful it's like a bright flare up in the sky, like a shooting star falling through, adding to the morning. Not something you see very often.
so pretty.
You gonna continue floating up above for the time being? Okay. Mm. You're glancing here and there, taking your surroundings again. That flare, you catch it's something to watch. It's interesting. This flare is drawing closer. It's more like a bright ball of light now, continuing to approach. Um, Now trailing a dark cloud of smoke behind it. It's sort of like a that shooting star that's now falling through the atmosphere, billowing smoke out behind it. Uh, its course changes ever so slightly, so it's pretty distant toward you. You want to
It's
keep.
another sentient storm.
Like, as the group?
Yeah, yeah. Ball
Okay.
of light with a bunch of this dark black smoke trailing out behind it. Do you? I mean, you're flying above, so do you want to let them know at all, or are you just like, oh, cool?
No, yes, yes.
Okay.
She's even though
I'll
she's
let you.
been like unnaturally silent, except for like the small chats with Tuna about wolfies. Um, she'll use the dragon bond,
Mm-hmm.
enter the group chat. Like
Nice. The
we have
lantern is here.
we have a ball of fire or star heading our way.
Just just
So use that info as you will. What do you want to do?
Adrian kind of points
Can
it out.
we get a break at some point?
Mhm.
Like, can
No.
the universe just let us just
why
have
does
like a
nature
day or
hate us?
two?
What have we done?
I was one with nature for so long.
I was not, but it's still, I don't deserve this.
I guess. All right, do we outrun a ball of fire back
mean,
into the
I
it's-
cave?
doubt
It's
that.
probably a person or a dragon or something.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Yeah, the object no longer a light, but now just a billowing trail of black smoke continues its incredibly rapid descent.
Do we think this is Nithrana?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I guess. Cause she figured out how to open a door. Congrats. Sorry,
Oh, that's fine.
my
Natural
tone is
enemy.
very my tone is very nonplussed. I'm just, of course.
That's amazing.
Is there anything like that we could duck under? Like any
Just
structure?
a lot of dense trees, really. Not much to. Not a lot
Of
of.
course, why would there be?
Hmm.
Yoda's just standing there with their arms crossed, just watching
Just
unimpressed.
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
on
Same.
Nice.
hand on hip of like, all right, come on. Let's go.
I know that's yep. Adrian's
like, does a
having
little
that.
wave,
All of us
like,
have
hey.
Mordor smiling down on us. Maybe we can try to get away from it.
I
All
mean,
right.
I can.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you start hustling in one direction and watch as it softly adjusts its trajectory to follow. As it continues its incredibly rapid descent, approaching rather rapidly, rather close now, and just before what would be a devastating impact on the ground a couple hundred feet away, it begins to slow and curve to match the horizontal nature of the ground. And though its speed is slowed, it still rapidly continues along just above the grass and dirt, barreling towards all of you before stopping as fast as you're attempting to run, stopping about 10 feet away from you. And as it stops, a humanoid form presses out of the smoke, taking shape from the smoke itself. And an instant panic strikes you. Your breath grows rapid and shallow, and you can almost hear your heart beating in your ear. A creature from fairy tale, a pleasant kind, but nightmarish, cautionary fairy tales. A reaper.
What?
Why? Oh.
Her human face shifting over a skull that interpose one another and fading back and forth. There's an eerie sense of strength, quiet stillness to her strength and power. She looks over all of you looks not through you, as some have the power to do, but within you. You can feel the very darkest recesses of your mind being scratched, as you can tell she's feeling every ounce knowledge and insight in your brains. I'll give you a moment to react if you wish. She hasn't said anything yet. She's just assessing. That's the normal Reaper reaction. That's perfect.
Yeah. I think that's what we're all doing. We're just like,
Not
We
interested
help-
in dying today.
Well, Adrian just doesn't care right now. Like, may we help you?
Make a wisdom saving throw, Legion. She looks,
Yeah.
adjusts her gaze over to
This is fine.
you.
I don't know what I rolled. 24, bitches.
Oh, nice, nice. That just succeeds.
Just oh
Yeah, Reaper.
Go.
Got a
I
heroic
was
level. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was like fully expecting you to be like, oh yeah, nice, yeah, that doesn't succeed. You
Nice.
you keel over and die.
Just they utter a word none of us can understand or hear, and then we all just collapse.
Yeah. So
welcome to Descent into Avernus. We've started a new campaign.
There we go. That was the true campaign from the start.
Nice. Ta-da. All right, so positives of succeeding: you keep your sanity. You don't suffer any form of no insanity features. But there is an absolute stillness brought about to your mind, where you just it's like you're a tuning fork and you've been struck. And your thoughts, everything that's organized in your head, shuts down to just like a blank slate right now.
comforting, actually.
Nice. It is. You can't really speak. You can't really move, but it is honestly, yeah. In this moment, all those fears, all the feelings, all everything you've been hanging on to, boom, just tuning forks into just the vibrations take it away.
Yeah. If anyone's looking for the first time, like she visibly relaxes in a way that is very unnatural.
Nice. I have been sent by a benefactor of yours. Having assessed your minds, know you're the right people. My apologies. I know it can be difficult to be in my presence. And she says it and like her human face shifts, but the skull shifts like a half a second behind it. It's like not quite in phase with her human face. You are entering the city blind. Nothing is as it seems in there. I have been sent to give you the gift of sight. Are you prepared to receive it? And she'll just look for anyone to answer, but kind of knows that Ladron can't, so kind of skips over Adrian.
Who's the benefactor?
I cannot say quite literally. Someone that has your best interests in mind and is keeping a careful eye on all of you. Wishes for you to succeed in your endeavor.
Is there a price for this site?
No. And you do not have to accept it if you do not wish to. But it is suggested.
I'll accept, but can I ask you a question without invoking that and gesturing towards Ladrin?
Yes, I do not sense the same. Oh gosh, how would she phrase this?
Wrong.
Sass! No. And
Yes.
you.
You're a reaper, are you not?
Yes.
I just, anytime I heard of reapers, they weren't exactly the kind of entities that delivered things other than death.
We do not all serve the same people. Certainly, if you encounter other reapers, know that they have their own orders to follow and will not engage you as I have.
Okay. Thank you.
False. If you are prepared to accept, then place your hand atop mine. Holds out her hand, palm up, and you placing yours on it. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna make sure. Right.
I'll place mine as well.
Okay. She'll ask for one, just one at a time.
At a time.
Mhm,
Got
mhm.
it.
So you kind of like queue up. You can watch as on the top, the back of Feyor's hand, golden white light emits in short little rays, almost like northern lights shining up out of the back of Feyor's hand, and they form a little spell circle, which you'd recognize, Dia. It's fairly advanced, and some of the runes you don't recognize in the brief moment you get to see them as they glimmer and poke through. And then as the light fades, the back of your hand favor looks as it always does. Nothing to be seen there. She'll extend the hand to you, Dia. Same process. Um, she'll look to Tuna and see. Yep. Same thing. And then she'll just kind of gesture for Ladra to come over. You can make a save if you want. She's sort of issuing you a command to come over, but the save's pretty high. But it seems
No, like
like
she don't give a shit.
yeah, it
right
makes
now,
sense.
so
It's like yeah, it's the same thing.
she's like just gliding down, like just so happy.
Nice. Yeah. Done what I was sent to do. When you wish to peer into the truth of the city, brush your hand, your free hand over back of your ensigned hand to activate the gift of sight. And mechanically, what this is going to do, you're not sure exactly what this means, the gift of sight, but she'll explain that everyone's tethered together on this. Any one of you can activate it, and it activates for all of you, this gift of sight.
Sweet.
The gift of sight is very difficult to maintain. It will tire you, so you should be able to use it for about an hour. If you want to use it for an additional hour, you take a point of exhaustion. Every additional hour point of exhaustion. However, resting for 1 hour resets that. So if you use it for an hour, you just take an hour break, and then you can use it for another hour. So that exhaustion thing's only in emergencies. You feel like, no, we need to, whatever this does, right? We need our gift of sight. It also, just to get more into the mechanics, it has an hour cooldown. So if you use it for 20 minutes, you have to wait an hour before using it again. But an hour is the max before it's that exhaust. And I can cover that again because I know that's like a couple levels of extra. My advice would be to enter a city, get a lay of the land before using sight. Then things will become clear. Settle first. Oh, there was one other gift. And reaches under her cloak. And clearly there wasn't space for this back there. So this is some extra dimensional space or something she reaches into and pulls out this huge ass book. It's like almost 2 feet tall and a foot and a half wide and thick. It's like 8-inch thick book and has big leather straps that hold it closed. And on the front is a wolf's head howling up at this beautifully embossed, raised out of the letter moon in the upper corner. And it reads, let's see, who can read Sylvan? Okay, Feora and Latrin. It reads Lupine Pandect. Understand that some of you may need this soon, if not already. And hands his book out towards all of you.
Can I grab it now, or am I still loopy?
You're kind of phasing out a little bit. It's still very at peace.
I'll grab it.
All right, hands it to Feyre. I wish you the best, and perhaps we'll meet again. My name is Mila.
Pleasure.
Yes. Lifts off into this billowing smoke and starts arcing off into the sky before coming a little beacon of light in the distance.
Kind of lets out a breath that they didn't realize they were holding.
Just the fuck do we know that can order around a reaper? All right, grand. Latrin, God. Whatever those are. Are you all right? Well, I mean, physically in this moment, you kind.
I'm so happy.
Oh no! What did it do?
Should I mean, you seem good. I don't want to like take that away from you, but
If it's anything like a drug trip, we'll just give her some time to sleep it off.
that's
All
fair.
right.
I think we should really look into this book, though.
It doesn't take you long of skimming through if anyone's taking a peek to see that this is a book that was created. Oh, actually, by right, it wouldn't be here. By a town that was entirely pure blood werewolves. They gave birth to werewolves. They didn't bite people, and they had centuries of generations. And it's a book that is sorely needed, that helps you understand. It speaks about the wolf within. It has a picture of the fucking clearing, like illustrations in this book. It's really got a whole breakdown. There's a lot to take in and read and practice and process, but it talks about all sorts of different stuff regarding lycanthropy and how to manage it to ultimately, as they do, not have these negative effects and just live in harmony with the wolf and have the positive effects. It also talks about how to get rid of it.
Oh.
Awesome.
Oh.
Love to read up on
Just
that
like table of
little section.
contents, basically. Skim. Yeah.
Really quick,
Mm-hmm.
can I try using my tome of endless depths on it?
You can. Yeah. Mhm. Put it on, you say stuff. It starts copying. It looks like it's gonna be a while. Hours, probably. There's some magic in here, like as well that holds this tome. This tome doesn't look very old, but as soon as it starts copying, like this is probably magic keeping this thing. It's probably old and keeping, in good shape with magic. So probably a few hours, but you should be able to copy it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna need this book for like a few hours, maybe more. And
Shouldn't
then if anyone else wants to check it out,
What's you reading?
it's a nice book. Might help you.
I don't need
Why-
help. I feel great.
Right now. I'm
Yes.
so happy for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
In my adventuring equipment, I have a blanket, so I just take that and just wrap it around Ladron's shoulders. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Just there
Nice.
you go.
Sorrows, prayers.
Awesome.
Sorrows,
Sorrows.
prayers.
Prayers. Thank you. I'm glad that somebody else watched it.
All right.
I'm just chronically online. I
Did you
didn't
have
watch
something,
it.
Dia? Oh, nice. Did you have something, Dia? I didn't want to.
Oh, no, it's just like, all right. So do we have to stay in the middle of the road while
Oh no, we
these
can
okay.
keep walking. It just needs to stay on top of the book.
All right. Onward to the city that someone needed to send a reaper to help us succeed.
Nice.
I mean, better than to send us a reaper to help us not succeed.
I guess, but what have we done that would send a reaper anywhere near to begin with?
But we have
I didn't even.
we have teased death a couple of times. I honestly was
Like
fully
once.
convinced.
I think there was like one time that we were actually super close to like death.
I don't even think it was close at that point. I think I was literally dead.
That is true. Oh, right. That did happen. You did die.
That was
Wow.
awful.
It was nature, and it really was.
Nice.
Plus Feora's got her whole ghost thing, so like that's
Mm.
probably
Oh, right. That's so
But those
cool.
people are already dead. Like again, so see, this is.
You talk to dead people.
I do.
That's such a cool gift.
Yeah, I really
Depends on
think
what the
it's a
dead
gift.
people have to say.
I don't know what they say.
Some wonderful uplifting chat as you navigate the last of the forest. Heart rates come back down. You process.
Oh, I'm off my high now?
Probably next morning. You've got the day. I think
Thank
I think
you.
it's until a long rest before it wears off, so you're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. She's just like lazily on her like broom, like trying to follow everybody.
Beautiful.
Have to tie a rope to the end of the broom, have it follow.
Yes.
I'm really gonna say
Yes,
Tuna's just like
yes.
a hand on the end of the broom, not really saying anything.
I love it. Thank you.
That's
I think
amazing.
we all had like simultaneously the same thought.
Yep. We're like, we
Because I-
cannot let her be on her broom by herself.
Yeah, it's not
I was like,
safe.
she would tie a rope, but she doesn't really think about that. So I was like, please, someone think about it.
Nice.
I'm
Do
so
not
happy.
let Ladron drive that under the influence.
Mhm.
We all share a brain cell at this point. It's
Oh,
fine. We've got to that point.
amazing.
Very
love it.
true.
Yeah, the book finishes copying about 5 or 6 hours, and the book finishes copying. You find your way to the main road, and I'm just going to advance. I mean, there really isn't much on the main road between here and the city, so you've got like 5 or 6 days. You navigate, you make your way to the city. You arrive pretty early in the morning, and you see the elevation has been climbing and climbing and climbing. Overall, there's mountains on either side, but this is sort of a peninsula out here, curves around out to the ocean, but rises pretty steadily until this peak, where the city of Moonfell is actually built. The mountain ranges get closer and closer, and Moonfell's built in the valley between the two. And so the whole city actually kind of curves back and forth for a few miles up the valley between these mountains up to the top. And I'm just going to switch over to battle to show a quick image. I've also put it in Discord. You see a beautiful medieval city sprawled out here. Image, there we go. It's early morning, so I mean, this is the view from like the peak, right down. But you're actually down the other end, down the valley there. But this gives you kind of an idea of all the curving streets and sort of this. It's only so wide, the whole city, but it's really long as it navigates through the valley. Beautiful little, Tudor cottages and homes, well lit. What my notes here. Yes, this main street runs up to the mountains to its summit far in the distance. The streets are pretty busy, um, with people going about their day. You do notice there's sort of an autonomy to the people, or rather, uh, in the way you can, like, tinkerers sometimes make little scenes of people navigating things very mechanically and organized and structured as they kind of dance through a little work of art. That's sort of the feeling that you're getting here. As you enter the city, do you want to like look for anything in particular in the city? Tavern, anything like that, or administrative building?
It would suggest
An
that we get
inn.
settled in and then see what
Mhm.
the city's about. So
Okay.
I guess we try to find an inn or someplace.
Right. You begin walking through the city streets. People, we usually get some overzealous people, this is me, that are like, hi, as soon as they see somebody. You don't really too much in this city. This streets are, it's a busy city. Everyone's going about their own business. Some people are kind of talking to themselves. They walk like holding half a conversation. Um, Other people are they're talking to one another, having two entirely separate conversations. Um, Everybody walks with sort of the same gait and speed, and it just feels very eerie for people of all different sizes, heights, and ages and stuff. So, um, no, you gotta wait. Sorry. um, but there is something that stands out a little bit. Um, can I have everyone make a quick perception check, actually?
Oh boy.
Tuna at disadvantage because this is happening closest to you. At advantage. I hope I said that right.
At advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage. Mhm.
Okay, I thought you said at disadvantage.
I
was
might
like,
have,
"Huh."
and I was like, wait, did I say that right?
Okay, okay,
Alright.
dirty 20. Sorry,
Dirty
I don't know
20?
why I went first. My bad.
No, it's perfect. Feyora?
Got a natural 1 for an 8.
No. Latrin?
21.
Okay. Dia?
Oh, so the
Well,
high girl gets a better score.
Nice. She's fine now.
you're just so open to it.
Yeah.
Man, just like
Nice. Dia, what'd you get?
A 12.
Okay. Latrin, you notice, of course, it doesn't. There's someone that seems to be following you, a kid. Latrin is all you kind of notice as a kid following you. Tuna, you've also noticed, and as you look now to Latrin, it's like, oh, it's a kid following. Tuna, you look, and standing beside you is Poppy.
I knew it.
What?
Like a picture. Oh.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh,
I need like
what?
5 more hours, please.
What? I love her boots. Like,
Right?
Styling.
right? Love it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Just started after you walked into the
that's-
city, yep. What's afoot? All right. Oh, amazing session tonight, everyone. Amazing role play with the werewolf stuff. I was so panicked, like, oh. Um, and the Reaper, I love the reactions. Those were Reaper reactions. Spot on. I loved it. Amazing. And I'm really looking forward for you all to dive into this city. I hope this like starts opening the wonder of so much going on.
Oh, God, excuse me.
I'm really looking forward. This so sorry we ran a little late. I really wanted to hit this beat in the cities. I'm so excited. That being said, we'll wrap up here tonight. Thank you, viewers, for hanging out and watching with us. Thank you, players, as always, for being so incredible and amazing and just hanging out and doing this fun thing that we love so much. It's so amazing. um, hmm. All right, well, have a lovely night, everyone. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.